there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to something kind of different for me. I'm going to be pulling this book apart to create a little art journal out of it. And I just went to my library and they have the Friends of the Library sale for $1 or $2. You can get a book. And I looked for ones that have the signatures sewn in. So I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the stitching. So that's what I was looking for. There's a lot of talk about whether you need the signatures sewn in or if the glued in ones are fine. But my understanding, and I don't know a whole lot about doing any of this, this is really my first foray into it. But my understanding is if you're using a lot of wet material, you probably want them sewn in because the moisture can break down the glue in the binding. So that's what I went for. If you're not using a lot of liquid, maybe you want the other kind, or if you're doing a junk journal, maybe you want the other kind because it doesn't usually require as much as like a mixed media journal type of deal. I just thought it would be fun to play in. And so what I need to do is I need to pull out a bunch of the paper because I don't need this much paper. And this paper is actually on the, well, I guess it's not super thin, but I'll probably be gluing pages together. So one video I watched said you take out 8 to 10 pages per signature, but I don't have that many pages. Unless they're counting them like this being, here's the middle of this signature. So the signature is, in case you're wondering, it's where the fold of the book is. I don't know if you can see this, the fold of the book, the fold of the papers. So this is a signature here. There might be one more page in there. And the center of it is here. So this is all theoretically like one little booklet inside, sewn into the binding here to create the book. So this is the center. So I'm going to take out a bunch of these pages, but I don't have enough to take out 8 pages. So I don't know. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 pages because this is not considered, well, maybe that's considered the last page of it. I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to take out 4. I don't know. I'm going to do that and see what it looks like. See if it looks like plenty of room. So let's just, I don't know, let's just go ahead and get started. I did watch some videos on how to do this, but and then I'm going to save these because they're great for doing collage work, right? That's 2. 3. And 4. I don't know if does that give me an even amount. So what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to now glue these 2 pages together to make one thicker page. And that's going to cover up the stitching. So I have 1, 2, and then that could be done together because this does not open up flat. So I would glue that together. 2, 3. Let's see here. So then that would be 1, 2, 3. So hopefully that works. I'm gonna go do a little research just to double check before I totally mess this book up, and then I'll be back. Okay, I went back and checked, and they say 4 pages. That means 2 of these, at least the video I was watching. So this is considered 4. This is 2 pages. That would be 4 pages. So I did go through and I took about 4 out of each one of the signatures. This is what I have left over. That'll get turned into something at some point. You might see it on upcoming scrapbook layouts, but that made my book now pretty thin, which is okay because when I start doing like any collage stuff in it or whatever, it's gonna make it thicker. I am gonna go through and glue the pages together using some golden matte gel medium. This is just the regular thickness. You could use whatever thickness. A lot of people use glue stick, but since I'm doing wet mediums in here probably, I figured the matte gel would be better. Some people actually even use gesso, but gesso, I don't know. I don't know enough about gesso to know if it's gonna hold forever. I do know a lot of people use it like it is an adhesive, but I know this one works. So, and I also have several jars of this, so that's what I'm using. I did want to say, you might be appalled that I'm tearing apart an Uncle Tom's Cabin, but this is a 2004 copy. It's not old, it's not original or anything. It is from the collector's library, but I really liked the size of it because it is just about 4 by 6, which I think is a really cute size. It's a great little pocket size. Not that I'm going to be doing mixed media in my pocket, but I thought it'd be great. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and put you guys on fast forward. So I don't show you all of this because it's very monotonous, but I basically took out the library card thing and then I went ahead and started adding some glue, holding them together. Now the gray little mat there is not going to stay because it's a lot of pages and moving that mat was like a lot of work. I don't know. It just felt like it was slowing me down. So I put a little glue between the 2 pages and then I end up using a separate card, using basically like a gift card type of a deal. I use a different one to go ahead and smash them together, and it also squishes out any excess that there may be. And so I just did this as quickly as I could. I mean, it did take me quite a while because there's still a lot of pages left, but I think it worked okay. My big whole thing about counting the pages, I was trying to figure out where, I know there's an even number of pages in the signature, but I wasn't sure if those 1 or 2 pages were not considered part of the signature at the beginning of the book. So I wasn't really sure about that, but I just went ahead and started right at the beginning and just started gluing. There might be a few pages that have 3 that are glued together because I was working on it and losing track as I was going, got interrupted and was talking to my husband at the same time. So, you know, it is what it is. Obviously, this is my first time doing this, and I thought I'd just bring you along for the ride, so I hope that you enjoy it. I am just using some Lindy's Magicals in Impressionist ink. That's the name of the color, which is kind of like a black when you mix it all up, or dark. I'm pretty sure it's black. I don't know. Maybe it's really close to black. But I am just playing with the color and really liking it. It's got a lot of really dark blues in it, really moody. It's a moody purpley blue. But I love the color, and this little journal is going to give me a place to kind of play with different mediums and different techniques. And so I'm kind of happy about that. Because sometimes I don't want to pull out a 12 by 12 paper just to find out that what I wanted to work didn't work. And so this is kind of a great place to kind of play along with that, all of those things. And I did learn a couple of things. I learned that my matte gel medium does a pretty good job of keeping things. There's a little bit of ghosting, which means you can kind of see the color through it. But it doesn't, it mostly did not bleed through. There's a couple of spots where it did, and I'm guessing that's where the matte gel medium was not all the way, it didn't have a good coating on it. Like maybe there were a couple gaps or something, which is fine. I don't mind. It's all going to have mixed media or paper in it at some point. I did also learn that if you plan on writing in your journal, don't do stenciling first because that makes it a little bit difficult. So there is some stenciling on those pages there. And then I have all these little bits of paper. My mom sent me like I don't know what it's considered, but it's maybe for junk journaling, and it's got all these little tiny bits. The frame is a die that I went ahead and used to cut the frame out of, but I don't end up using the frame on here. She sent me some leaves and a whole bunch of other things that haven't made it into a scrapbook page. So I am trying it in this book and seeing what I think. It's just a fun kind of place to play. I'm also going to add a little bit of washi tape there in this pink. And then I'm going to try and put a quote on here and there throughout the book. Just something that might be inspirational or something that I thought was really, I don't know, I guess inspiring. So yeah, inspirational quotes. I've got a bunch of them pinned in my Pinterest, and I hardly ever look at my Pinterest for that kind of stuff unless it's specific to doing Off the Board, which is a YouTube series that I don't always participate in. So I don't get these quotes out very often. So I thought, well, you know, what if I put them in this book instead? Because maybe I'd be more likely to go and refer back to that, or just, you know, cement them in my brain a little bit rather than reading them on a screen and then closing the screen and never looking again. So that's kind of the goal here. These are some actual real leaves and flowers that I am using that my mom had sent me, and so I'm putting those in here kind of as a test to see as how they're going to hold up on a page, because I don't really want to put them on a scrapbook page if they're not going to hold up. So far they seem pretty good. I let all of my pages dry from the matte gel medium. I gave them about, I'm going to say about a month, because I think I did all that matte gel stuff in November. And then the book just sat literally in one of my Rascog carts until January, because Christmas time is just too busy between wood grain and winter and all of the other stuff that goes on through the holidays. I felt like I did not have a lot of time. And so when I went to my January retreat, I took this little book. I also did not feel really scrappy, if that's the thing. You know, you guys are scrapbookers, you know what I mean. I didn't feel super creative in scrapbooking. I just kind of wanted to play with paint and other mediums. And then I did not show you writing the quote on there, but obviously I went and wrote it on there. It's not perfect, but that's okay. And that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hit the thumbs up if you did, and let me know if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.